Here we are at Hellifield Station, waiting to catch the train to Scotland. It's one of the most beautiful train lines in England, apparently. It's the Settle to Carlisle Railway. Tommy Naples picked us up just outside Stirling, and we passed the Bannockburn Monument on the way in. And that's Wallace's monument in the background. We passed by the University of Stirling on the way to Wallace's monument, and it's set on a beautiful lake. The view from the top is spectacular, and you can see Stirling Castle in the distance, as well as Loch Lomond on a clear day. On the way back in town, we popped in on the McCullochs opposite the Holyrood Church, and we were welcomed by little Evie. And also by Tom Tom. And of course Lynn. And there's a glimpse of the church from their lounge room window. And here's Tommy Naples and young Thomas outside their house and opposite the church. And brother-in-law William Wallace, yes, you heard right, looking at the church. We walked round the corner to see where the McCullochs used to live in the 60s, and the earlier version of the laundromat. This is where the washing was done. This is the view down their street into the heart of Stirling. My sister Pat and William Wallace couldn't wait to get to the Holyrood Church to have a good look around, with our guide Tommy Naples. Unfortunately, the church was closed, so we went to the graveyard to have a look around. some of the graves from the past were a bit spooky.
Barry, it's really through you've caused this to happen today. I made an effort for you boys, so...
Tommy Napal's got all dressed up, especially for our visit to the Sunnyside Cemetery, where the grandparents are buried. Tommy took me to see the Carsbridge Brewery, where grandfather Thomas McCulloch worked as a cooper. Then we drove past Sutherland Avenue, where Grandma Grace McCulloch lived. Wallace's monument is a great landmark, and you can see it from almost everywhere in Stirling. The Deanston House nursing home, where Uncle Jim was staying, is a fantastic old mansion. And while we were down that way, we visited the Deanston distillery, where they make whiskey, and it's set right beside the river Tweed. And I had a bit of good luck because a bird flew over and pooed on my head. Tommy assured me that was a sign of good luck. It was just a short detour to Thornhill, where the young McCullochs had just bought their house. On the drive back to Stirling, we passed by Stirling Castle on that hilltop. Tommy and Angela gave me a party at their house and invited all the McCullochs. It was a real treat to meet them all, especially Uncle Jim. Barry was there in spirit, actually on the phone from Australia, talking to the Grand Poobah, Uncle Jim.
The other one I gave him, I bought him another one. That got stolen at uni, so I gave him a computer, right?
He's not had a very good...
Every second mother's son is out on the run, all into hitting the streets, looking for the easy meat. Grab your plaything and do it in style, street shuffle for a while. Rubber burns, Main Street Raceway, traffic lights on the starter's gun. Hot car babies kiss their heroes, street shuffle has just begun. Got to leave my troubles behind me, getting my head up in the clouds. Got to be a fast rider, cause the street shuffle has hit this town. Troubles behind me, getting my head up in the clouds. Got to be a fast rider, cause the street shuffle has hit this town. Everybody's got their style, some are smooth, some are wild, all into playing their tricks, street shuffle variety mix. Got to leave my troubles behind me, getting my head up in the clouds. Got to be a fast rider, cause the street shuffle has hit this town. Got to leave my troubles behind me, getting my head up in the clouds. Got to be a fast rider, cause the street shuffle has hit this town, yeah! Shout when I go by, Donald, where's your trousers? Well, I say took me to a ball, and it was slippery in the hall, and I was feared I would fall, cause I had nae on my trousers. Well, I went down to London town and I had some fun in the underground. The ladies turned their heads around saying, Donald, where are your trousers? Yeah, Anton, you tell me where they are.
The train trip from Glasgow to Fort William takes about 3.5 hours and it's about 100 miles long. It's the most amazing trip, and along the way the deer come up to the train and you see many, many lochs and beautiful snow-capped mountains. On the train trip to Mallaig, you get a different view of Ben Nevis. is where the ferries leave for the Isle of Skye.